Nope, there it is. The delay on YouTube kills me sometimes. Team Hugs Thirst Trap. This is where you found the right live. Hey everyone, welcome to Forget, the weekly live stream and podcast where we do open source. We talk about open source, and really the intention is to show you how to be better at doing open source work, contributing, opening PRs, maintaining your own repos, and debugging code. And so this week we are going to look at a new open source project to me, but I've known about it. It's been around for a while because I've been trying, if you've watched any of the live streams, I've been trying to use Helix as my editor. And let me switch over here. Where'd my other... Here we go. Helix. Whoops. This is a really bad intro. This is like the worst intro I've ever done. There we go. I've been trying to use Helix as my editor, as a terminal-based editor for a little while, and it's too much work for me. I have too much muscle memory with Vim and NeoVim and VI that we're not going to go down that route anymore. I've done VS Code for a couple years now, and it's just not my thing. It's not really where I feel comfortable, and so that's not what we're going to do anymore either. I'm going back to my roots of using Vim, and this week I'm going to start with LazyVim. I have a lot of cruft in my Vim config that I've used for maybe a decade or more, and I don't even know where to start or what's modern for a NeoVim configuration. So I'm just going to start with something like LazyVim, which gives me a lot of functionality and speed right out of the box. So that's what we're going to get started with. We're going to blow away my old Vim config and start with LazyVim. And I'm also live streaming this one on TikTok. Thanks everyone for joining there. I see the people trolling me for Emacs, and no. I'm not. If my muscle memory for Helix isn't working, there's no way I'm going to Emacs. Is this an adjustable monitor? This one, the one I'm streaming from, yes, this is a Cintiq monitor. So it's actually a tablet. So I got a tablet pen that I use often for whiteboarding. And so everything I do for my live streams, I use this monitor mainly because it is a 1024, it's a 1080p resolution, which is perfect for live streaming. I don't need to worry about it being too big or scaling things or only sharing windows. I just throw things on that monitor, and it also helps me not worry about if I'm sharing the wrong window, right? Because window sharing doesn't always work in every browser or every app. So having one monitor that's 1080p works great. Yeah, and I see LazyVim. I was going through and researching a bunch of different Vim, I don't know, frameworks, whatever you want to call them. There's NV Chad, look like a popular one. There's a ton of them out there. A lot of them are based on top of NeoVim instead of Vim because there are some functionality that you want in NeoVim. But again, like I said, all of my config comes from VI and Vim days, so I don't have any of these cool bells and whistles. And there's been a couple plugins that I've been using for a long time. If I look at this is my Vim setup right now, but a lot of things have broken over time because I just didn't maintain it really well. So. And I also see people asking about Copilot, and that is one of the things that I'll be setting up because I've never had Copilot working in NeoVim before. That was one of the reasons I used VS Code, was because I wanted to try Copilot, and now I'm going to get it properly set up in Vim. So if anyone's watching, if this is your first time watching the live stream for Forkits, head over to YouTube. You can leave comments a little better there. And I do edit these live streams into more consumable versions of a stream. So instead of being maybe an hour to 2 hours, they're 20 to 30 minutes. And so I try to condense down all the stuff, the things I stumble through to make it work, and then just show you the parts that were great and or at least were worthy of watching. And we've done a bunch of stuff. I think every pull request I've had in the show so far has been accepted at some point. It's been merged in, and so we have, I think, 3 or 4 out there that were merged. Last week we did a capture the flag for EKS, so it was a little different. But if you want to see the solutions to that, I edited down all the solutions and put them in that stream. All right, so let's go over to the getting started here, and actually the first thing I'm gonna have to do is blow away everything Vim based that I have, and it's not gonna be too hard because all of this is tracked in a dot repos that I have. Let's see, get lab I think is where I have Jagar, and I'm pretty sure it's under dot files. There we go. So I have it on, I don't know why I moved this over to GitLab. I did it a long time ago. But if you want to see a dot files repo that I've maintained this for, again, I don't know how long, 10 years ago is when I had the initial commit into GitLab, and it was in GitHub before. So I've been doing dot files management for more than 10 years, and that's just sad now that I think about it. But if you want to see my example, I have the bin folder is like scripts and things that I carry around with me. I don't even know why I have one file in a conf. Init is like to set up the dot files themselves. LN is everything I link out to. This is all of my different folders for things like a tmux conf. Will be in here. There's my vimrc. I symlink all this stuff in my home directory, and then a z.dir, which is my actual shell configuration. And this is probably where I spend most of my time editing things and updating stuff. So I guess the 10 years of git commits to a dot files repo is kind of like saying your server was up for more than a year. Like that's the thing we used to kind of say was great as a sysadmin. You're like, oh yeah, my uptime's a year. It's like I got dot files for 10 years, and that's just, you know. But now it's time to start over with some of that stuff. I have to close my Helix tab. And you know, I tried it. I'm not saying like I want to learn new things. There's a lot of really cool stuff about Helix. It does some of the stuff that NeoVim needs with plugins. I think LazyVim is going to get me to what most of the things I wanted out of Helix, but it was a really cool browser and it does things a little more modern, but the keyboard shortcuts are just different. And I always had a tab up to say like, oh, what's that keyboard shortcut? Why is this one different? And that got really frustrating. If you watch any of the last 3 Forkit live streams, you'll see that I stumbled through a lot of it, just mostly keyboard shortcuts. I would like to submit a pull request back to LazyVim if I get to that point of, oh, I found a bug or documentation or something that didn't work for me. That's always the goal of these streams, is to contribute back and to make a fork of the repo, but also contributing this back into my personal repo is valuable. That's something that we have to maintain over time. I see a comment also, what ZSH plugins am I running? And there's a lot. Most of them, a lot of the functions are custom now. If I look in .files, c.dir, I used to use frameworks for a lot of stuff in ZSH. Oh My ZSH, Presto. There's a couple other ones. And then I got rid of all of them and just went with straight files I source. I didn't really, the overhead of managing and keeping up with one of their frameworks didn't make sense to me. Have I looked into Kickstarts and Vim? I did look at it a little bit. It felt more, NVChat and Kickstart were 2 of the ones that I was looking at. And this one looked like a little more DIY than I wanted, but maybe I was understanding it wrong. And so it was like, hey, if you want to get started with NeoVim for the very first time, or Vim for the first time, check out Kickstart is how I kind of interpret it. I wanted something with a little more structure to it. And it's okay. Like a lot of people say, you should learn the tools first. You should learn how they work. But again, I have a .files repo for 10 years. I'm not worried about understanding how this stuff works. Okay, so let's go. Wait, that's what I was doing. I was going to go through and I have a .vim folder. vimrc. I think that'll be enough to get me back to we're starting from scratch. That looks more scratch or more default than what we had before. So Lunar Vim, yeah, that's right. Like Lunar Vim, there was Orbit Vim, there was a bunch of them that were like kind of space themed like that. I looked at them briefly. I did not dive into them as far as figuring out like which one do I want. I asked a few people and they pointed me towards LazyVim installation. Here we go. And I did start it with Docker yesterday just to run it, just to see the dashboard that it gives. But let's go ahead and, oh, I do have a conf, that's right. Do I have an nvim? No, I don't. Nothing, okay. So I don't even have that, a local share nvim. I don't think I have these. Okay. Local state. Oops. And a cache. Okay, now we're clean. No more stuff. Syrup splashing. Yeah, I saw that in some of the videos. I watched an intro video to LazyVim, and that like top border command might be something we get used to. It might not. I'll look at it. The one thing that I will say with the monitor that I use here, it's a lower monitor, so it's down at the bottom. So sometimes I can't see the bottom row of my screen. I'm going to move this camera over. You can see my keyboard's at an angle. So sometimes that bottom row gets blocked. So I actually think I might enjoy that just because of my setup. But we'll see. We'll see if that's actually the case. All right. Oh, it's make it no longer a get repo, and then start. What? Where'd it go? Well, that's not a good start to this. Where? What? Oh, I aliased that. Okay, why do I not have NeoVim installed? That's weird. Let's go ahead and install it. I don't know why. Oh, maybe did I uninstall it for Helix? I don't remember now. All right. There's the getting started window. That does a lot. Oh, and I'm in. It's still going. We're good. Very lazy buffer line. Okay. Does that mean it's good? Log. I don't know what any of that means. There was a check. There's the check. Total 51 plugins. Not loaded. I have some, and I saw that there's like a lazy loading for the language server, which is again something that I used with VS Code, but I never used a language server with Vim. So we'll see how this goes. All right. And I did use VS Code. I tried using VS Code for the last 3 years, basically. When I switched my job over to Amazon, I was like, I'm going to get off this terminal thing. I don't need to be on a terminal anymore. And you know what? Like it wasn't really for me. There was too much mouse involvement. I tried the Vim plugin. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't the thing I was looking for. So yeah. so I stopped. That's why I wanted to go back, and I tried Helix, and now we're here. So it has space as the leader. I saw that. So if I'm in, if I hit space, I get this pop up showing me all sorts of fun stuff I could do. I should probably get in a repo somewhere to play around with some of the files. Don't save. Okay. Increase window heights. We'll see if these like splits line up with what I used to have, or if I can remember the keys there. Okay, and let's. So I know they have. That's right. Let's go into. There we go. Oh, and now it's installing stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. What was the resize? Switch buffer, command history, split window right. There was a Windows? No. Yes, I use Tmux quite a bit. Okay. I don't know what this does yet. Let's go right into. I want to set up Copilot. Let's just start there because I know I want to do that. You can enable the extra. Do I need extra? Enable the extra. I don't know what the extra is. Optimal. LazyVim, which is here. How do I get to that window? Okay. How do I toggle that? Whoa, I did something wrong. I'm looking for the, how do I close this, the tree? Oh yeah, already my keyboard shortcuts are not what I remember them to be. So I'm gonna have to pull in my some of my config for sure. Is it? Oh, okay. I gotcha. There's arrows. We can remap that. All right. Disable plugins. We're gonna have to find import any extra modules. We do want this. Whoa. What was that? I opened a terminal. Apparently control / doesn't uncomment. NVim tree toggle. Oh, is the that's already command line, right? Or do I need the? Oh. Nope. Do I need the? Nope. Oh, we tried. I'm used to man, what's the other one I use? Nerd tree. And I think it was Control T would open the tree. Okay, wait. Let's go back. Plugins. Of course, we need a color scheme. Plugins, color scheme, Lua. And this is going to set. There's Tokyo Night. There was a color? No. Space. UI? Man, this is a lot of stuff to parse. Split window. How do I change LazyVim color scheme? There's a way to. No, that's where I am. I want to switch to one. it's not under UI. Toggle word wrap, toggle spelling, toggle auto pairs. Is it under Windows? No. Yeah, see, this is gonna be another learning curve. I don't know that this is easier or worse than Helix, because like I can manually do that stuff. So if I do that, does it install anything? Or probably only when I open a JSON file, right? Because it's all lazy loaded. Or I saw something pop up at the bottom there. How do I get over to the, okay, Control, not Alt. Can I create? Nope, that renames. Oh, copy. Move, no. Add? Enter a name for a new file. All right, we found one. We found a keyboard shortcut without, so if I look at Copilot, so they put it in lazy setup. So I don't need this. I'm already on that. Was it Control? Okay. Did that get me Copilot? Probably. Somehow. How do I configure it? I don't know what these mean. What is Copilot CMP and Vim CMP? Suggestions, panel, markdown. Lua line? Is that going to give me something? I saw a video and they were talking about the top window line, but I don't know about a Lua line. Okay, let's see. What is that? So that is part of it. Let's go Copilot. Both are working fine. Try to extend it. No. I end up watching a video, aren't I? Because that's where I'm at. Oh, okay. What is this? Nope. How do I check this? How do I enable these? Oh, this is a list. X key. All right. So if I just do that, then I can restart. I don't know what most of these do. I usually like prettier. Let's get some Docker. I use Go. I use that. Whoops. Did I do Markdown? Yeah. I went too fast. I do Python. I don't do Ruby anymore. I do some Tailwind. I haven't written Terraform for a while, so I'm gonna leave that one off for right now. A VS Code? What? I don't even know what that means. So we're gonna escape? Nope, can't escape. Quit. Quit all. There we go. Oh, there it goes. Now it installed. Whoa. First copy your one-time. Oh, okay. Okay. Now I see. Here's my setup. Where's my... I'll do this off screen. Device, not devices. Device. Activate. No one better stole that. Aha. Authenticated. Okay. So we got something going. So, oh no. What's it downloading now? That was one of the things I didn't like about VS Code is there's a lot of pop-ups and distractions. I don't know that this is going to be better. Wow. I'm assuming this is like the first time setup stuff, obviously. Can I? Oh, mouse works. Nice. Okay. And let's get, can I? Oh, that's nice. I like that. Oh, dot files. Let's see what I have in my vimrc. So I was using Vundle to manage plugins. It wasn't amazing, but it worked. So I don't know, do I need this stuff? This is where I have questions around LazyVim. Is this, if I just copy and paste this in, where does this go? How is that going to work? Let's see. Is there a formatting? What is that? Oh, these are all the other plugins. Oh, and Blacks. Is that the... Well, I mean, I guess I only used it for Python. I'm sure it does more languages. Oh, there's the VS Code thing. What does that mean? Oh. What? It does... There's not enough information on this page to tell me what this would do. This extra will only load with that set. But I don't know. Okay. Let's get back here. General settings. General settings? The files, auto, key maps, lazy options, Lua will be automatically loaded at the appropriate time. Do not require those options. Okay, so this is my defaults. But this config is definitely different than what I get from a standard Vim config. But I'm wondering how many of these defaults are already there that I don't need. I don't need to make a configuration for. I remember I did this. This was probably one of my first commits for the longest time, where I forced myself to learn the JKLM by disabling arrow keys, which was really, really difficult because I typed a Dvorak keyboard layouts. So JKLM are not on the home row. They're not even like the same hand. And so it was annoying, but after, I don't know, years of doing it, I managed to do it for myself. And so I had pane resizing to control, plus and minus, or JKLM. But again, I don't want to bring over everything terrible, but some things. So I already was using leader as space, space W. So how would I do this? That's a question. Because I do space W and it just writes the file. Whoops. That's not the oldest change because you have something there. So no, see, that goes to Windows, space. Oh, see, I'd have to get like a new leader shortcut. How do I go to new tab? Nope. Okay, yeah. GT, so that still works. I still don't know how to close the sidebar. Control. I don't know. I have to click on it for now. Close. What's it? File tree. Yeah. So I see questions here on what's the difference between basic Vim and doing something like LazyVim. And that's why I'm doing this, because I've been using Vim for so long. that there's just a lot of cruft. If I look at my Vim config, I have keyboard shortcuts that are nice that I've been using for just forever, but it's been not maintainable for me because I have to keep learning what's new out there. And I wanted language servers. I wanted some of the nice things that you would get with a more modern IDE, which is why I tried switching to VS Code and didn't really like it. It's also why I tried switching to Helix and then didn't really like it because I still like the Vim key bindings. I like the modal mode, which Helix was giving me, but just completely different key bindings for a lot of things. They really wanted you to select all your text whenever you did something and then act on it. And I'm not used to working that way. So LazyVim is more of a Vim wrapper with Lua for scripting. And so all of the, if I look this config, I still haven't figured out how to close this sidebar. But I get Lua for how I configure things. If I look at my key maps, there's no key maps set yet. Does that open? No. Enter. Oh, options is closed. Okay. How do I go away? So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. The tablet is a Cintiq. It's a Wacom Cintiq 16. I think was what it was. It's not the Pro. Yeah, this looks like it. I have the stand on it, so it does have a stand. I don't remember paying $500 for it, although I mean, I bought it through work. They have newer versions that were probably better, but I liked the 1080p size. No, this looks right. Yeah, the size of the monitor itself was perfect for me for where I like to put it underneath my monitor, and yeah, so I've been using it for about 3 years. It's great. Okay, so I think I have Copilot set up. It says it's authenticated. Thanks for coming over to YouTube. Yeah, from TikTok. It is a better view. You get the whole screen and you actually see my face. So if anyone's on the TikTok stream, you can jump on the YouTube stream. I'm live streaming from a proper OBS setup. Although I feel weird now because I've never done this on both with my phone, and having it on my phone is like I have to go look to the side to read it because I can't stream to TikTok from OBS. Okay, so where was I? I want to figure out first how do I close tabs? No. Install it. No. Tabs are different. Is it BD? Nope, that was the wrong. that was the opposite of what I wanted. Oh, what? Does it toggle it? But I don't have tabs open anymore. How do I open that? No. Again, I'm used to Nerd Tree and the keyboard shortcuts. Toggle file. Toggle term. I don't want the terminal. And that's something that I never liked with VS Code either. The embedded terminal. Because I use Tmux, I just always go to a new Tmux, or I'll split it this way, and like I don't need a wrapper around my terminal, like a window wrapper, which is something that again, like VS Code just never worked well for me. Key maps. Let's just look at the full tree toggle tree sitter. Okay, there you go. They use tree sitter. So leader UT, space UT, nope, space U. Toggle tree sitter highlight. Tree sitter context? No. So how do I hide and show tree sitter? Toggle word wrap, highlight. Dismiss all. Oh, there's color scheme. Aha! No, I found the color scheme. Okay. So this Tokyo Nights default. Do I? Nope. Whoa. No. Where was I? Shoot. U color scheme. defaults. How do I just want to preview it. Oh, I can multi-select? That doesn't seem right. Space U color scheme. I probably don't want desert. No. And it's LazyVim is heavier than a standard Vim config. I'm hopefully getting more out of it than I used to. Wait, space U C. I don't remember where I was. What's quiet? No, it's too quiet. Space U C. Oh, I kind of like that. Wait, where was I? That was quiet. Space U C. Quiet? No. Why does that U C? No. Oh man, now I lost it. I'm colorblind too, so color schemes to me might matter more than other people. Where I can't, like, reds and greens just don't work for me. I need something that is more bright, like oranges or blues, are definitely going to. Wait. This is just me selecting, the color scheme. Quiet. No, that's not the one. Okay, I just need to go back to something dark. See, this one, I is really hard for me to tell the color. I mean, maybe it's probably more subtle on purpose, but it's that one would never work for me. Okay, this is a very bright one. Let's go with this for now. Who programs in Vim? I do. I'm switching to LazyVim from. I was trying Helix for about a month. It was too many keyboard shortcut changes for me. I also had been using VS Code for the last 3-ish years. I tried Golang for a little bit, but honestly didn't stick with it for more than like a day or two. Yeah, I'm sure it's great. Like, I know plenty of developers who absolutely love it. And I was like getting it set up, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to use this enough. Install color schemes, checker. Where'd my browser go? That allowed me to set a permanent color scheme. Okay. Examples. Every spec file under the plugins directory will be loaded automatically. Configure. So this is that a plugin? That's the color scheme. So this would install it and use it. Yeah, and I definitely, I mean, I also have wrist problems and going back and forth. Like, I have a vertical mouse because I can't, you can see my vertical mouse too. It's the Logitech MX vertical. Yeah. Going back and forth keyboard and mouse didn't work for me so well. It's just, it's more strain on my wrist. So if I can keep my hands on my keyboard, it's going to be better. And in general, VS Code, even with the Vim plugin, is still a lot of GUI clicking arounds. So I'm trying to get back into let's make this work with keyboard only modes. I also do development remotely, just like SSH into boxes, and do development on my desktop from a laptop. Okay. I still don't know how to set like generic. Did I get my no, dot files. So I still don't know if I need to set these things. I was gonna try to add a special leader right, but that's already Windows. So I don't know. Maybe I need like a capital W. Let's see. Can I add global key maps are always active. There's the server. General settings. This is where I was at. Auto commands. What are auto commands? Auto commands are automatically loaded on the very lazy event. So what does this even look like? Function, auto group, highlight on yank. Okay. So how would I set a custom leader? The buffer you want to go to is visibly close to where you are. Otherwise, use the buffer, leader space. Wait, is that space? Space? Oh. Oh, that's fancy. This is just a picker? For other files. I like that. Okay. Where am I? Oh, I'm in my... So if I do vimrc, does I get it? It does. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's not even... Okay, so if I do space, Kate's, does it find my... Yep. So it's like a fuzzy match searching underneath. That's cool. Space. Leaders SS to go to function. You can pin buffers. Don't care. I saw people using the to-do tracker. I don't do that yet. Disable auto format. How do I make a custom? Oh, wow. This is leader. Split window below. Delete window. I mean, maybe I should just try to invest some time in learning these defaults too. Let's see, right. Yeah, so I just need to... This is a lot to take in. Go to the... Okay, so mode and T. Normal and... What's the T mode? There's insert, there's visual, and there's normal. What's T? I don't know what T mode is. Go to left window. Yeah, so that's J. So, and these are all control, not alt. I usually have those if I look at mine. Wait, can I go tab? GT. Let's see, that's resizing. Where would I get... Okay, I still gotta look this up. I'm doing one thing at a time. Move it down, don't care. Previous, next buffer. Escape. See, there's my insert and normal mode. I don't know. What is X and O mode? There's too many modes here. Leader L. What does that do? Oh, okay. That brings me up my dashboard. All right. So if I do an U for update, it checks for all the updates. Cool. How do I toggle it with leader L? No. How do I close? Escape's not working. File new. Format. Oh, toggle. Oh, I like that. Let's see. Wait. I don't know how to get out of that. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Was it in line numbers? U. UL. Space UL. Okay. Oops, that didn't do it. Space UL. Space U, capital L. Okay, so there's my line numbers. There's relative line numbers. All right. Yeah, I'm telling more people. I have a video about using Cintiqs as a second monitor. It's the best. It's my favorite. It's something I've been using since I was at Disney Animation, because everyone had Cintiqs, and the Cintiqs were great because they had like big professional ones, but I like the small ones because I was like, I just wanted a small secondary monitor. I stick it underneath my main monitor, and so because looking left to right always ends up with like neck strain. Looking up and down, you're okay, and I keep a terminal basically permanently on my lower screen on the Cintiq. Why use LazyVim over NeoVim? Like LazyVim is built on top of NeoVim, so I'm not sure the question there. Lazy Git. Okay, so does that open me in the? Where is this? Oh, okay. So it's. I don't actually use Git in. How do I escape? Get out of it. Quit. Q. There you are. I don't use lazy Git all that much, or Vim Git. Terminal in the root directory. Again, I don't open terminals from within my IDE because I have tmux, which is weird to me. That like if you're using a terminal editor, why do you want to also open a terminal in the terminal editor? Like you're in a terminal. Like the other thing I do all the time is Control Z. Like I just make it go in the background, right? Like, and I can pull it right back up. Control Z goes away. I can do something in a terminal. I can open it back up. I don't know. I don't understand the need to want to do space FT. Like, why do I want a terminal here? That seems weird to me. When I have terminals in tmux and stuff. Escape, enter normal mode. From T. What is T mode? I don't know what T mode is. Oh yeah, an egomaniacal. It's a LazyVim is like a, I don't know, I don't want to call it a distro, but it's like a opinionated setup for NeoVim. So it's just using NeoVim and a bunch of neat stuff. I've been using NeoVim for a very long time. I have a lot of old config, but I wanted something that used language servers and some of the modern features of NeoVim. So that's why we switched over to LazyVim. Hide terminal. Okay, so you can toggle it, but is that okay? So Control /. But again, I'm in a terminal browser. Later www. Other window. What is other window? I don't know how to get to the other tab either. Oh, and I need, wait, split window below. I need a W first. Split window. These are the same. Oh no, okay. I have a pipe because that's what I use that all the time. Split the window. Nope, that's tmux. Split window. There we go. So space gets me that. Last tab. Okay, so leader, tab, L, and F. This is what I was looking for. The tabs. Space tab. That's a new tab. Space tab N. No, space tab L. First tab? That's not working for me. Space tab. Oh, okay, here we go. New, close, delete, first tab, last tab. I don't know. Space, no, space, tab. Oops, I was in insert mode. I got brackets for. Am I typing the right bracket? Yeah. What's going on here? This isn't working for me. You've used the Vim emulator in VS Code, and that's like, I know a lot of people that use it, and a lot of people like it. I learned from the terminal, and so it was confusing to me to try to shoehorn terminal key bindings in a different window, and all of those things fall apart in things like code spaces or VS Code that's wrapped in a browser, because then you get keyboard shortcuts from the browser, keyboard shortcuts from VS Code, and then keyboard shortcuts from the Vim plugin, and all of those things never worked well for me, so I just went back to the terminal. Previous tab. I don't know why that's not working for me. So if I do space tab bracket, doesn't go. And GT is usually what I have for going to the next tab. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Let's see. Please hold. All right. Get that mic back on. Let's transition back over here. Hey, what's up, Dax? We are trying to use LazyVim from very old Vim config stuff. So let me actually see where I'm at in. Why is there a wait? Why do I have a .NET directory? I don't know what those do. They probably do something. Oh, I bet I know what they do. I bet they do something for gaming, for Steam. That's probably what they're for. So if I look in here, these are all, that was deleted. These are all modified, but I don't have any Vim config changes. Because I moved everything out of the way. I deleted everything before I started this. So let's go ahead and I probably need to just pull these in. Wait. What did I change here? Why did I disable that? I don't know. What's different here? Oh, I changed those from global aliases. That's right. And what's... Oh, and that's right. I switched from FASD to Zoxide for jumping. Because FASD, this one was no longer maintained. So I deleted it here. So... and this. Okay, so every one of these streams, I'm hoping to have a contribution or get commits somewhere, hopefully with a fork of a repo and a pull request. This time I'm working on my own config as I'm learning some of this stuff. So yeah, this is going to be just my own stuff today. Dex asks, is this for Mac or Linux? LazyVim works on both. I use Linux, and so if you're on a Mac, I know plenty of people that use it, but I'm using Linux. So, what's the diff? I don't even care anymore. This is personal stuff. It doesn't matter. Updates. There we go. Oops. Nope. Where'd it go? No. Hold on. What's my password on this one? There we go. Okay. Now we're in a clean state. Zax is asking, there's a stupid, wait, there we go. The YouTube live stream has a little heart that blocks part of your question. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying there. What distro, desktop environments? The distro is Bluefin, which is Bluefin, which is technically based on, nope. There we go. Project Bluefin. I couldn't remember the domain. Project Bluefin. It's based on top of Fedora, so it's essentially a Fedora. If I look at about my system, it'll say that it's Fedora whenever the window comes up. Here we go. So it's a Fedora base, but it's using this Bluefin spin with Wayland. And so if you watch or look at Bluefin, I've been using it for months now. I really like it. I've been involved with it enough that I've been contributing. They put my like intro to Bluefin on the homepage, so I have a video on it on YouTube if you want to go check it out. It is an image based distro, so I have I don't update the file system. The file system is read only essentially, or at least major parts of it are. I install things with Brew, with Flatpak, with things that are in my home directory or in a home directory, and so that's I keep the base OS clean. The thing that I really like, they actually included this by default. This terminal is called Blackbox, which was a newish terminal. It's only a Linux terminal as far as I know. Is it this one? It was kind of an experiment for a while, and it had some bugs, but I liked how minimalistic it was. It's just a window, and if you don't have tabs, I don't use tabs inside of a terminal emulator, so I just turn that off, and like everything is just terminal. And I have tmux for any tabbing that I typically want. So I don't use the features of the terminal itself. I use the features in the terminal emulator. I don't know. Tmux is a terminal emulator. It's confusing. But Blackbox is great. I've been using this one for years. It's had some problems with compatibility, but they fixed that. I used to use Kitty, and this one was, again, it was really nice and kind of minimalistic. It added some features like image rendering, but this one had more compatibility issues because it tried to be like its own separate thing. So I stopped using that and switched over to Blackbox a couple years ago. It's been really good. So thanks for joining. I'm back into, I don't know what buffer line does. Deletes buffers to the left? Is that for like, that's all these? Nope. Each of these. So if I do deletes buffers to the left. So if I do leader BL, oh, no. No. I don't want to delete it. That actually deletes the files. I thought it just like got rid of the buffer. And oh, okay, here we go. Bracket B, bracket left and right. Previous, what is that space H and L? Oh, space L. Nope. That's LazyVim. What is capital S? It's not leader. It's not that. Super. Nope, that's the lock. Super L locks. Am I still streaming? Yeah, I think so. Why did this get a drawn window around it now? That's weird. I don't know what that means. What is... That minimizes. I don't want to use super key shortcuts. I don't know what that does. Flash, toggle flash search. Remote flash. Tree sitter search. So is that just capital R? No. That's just, I don't know what that. A lot of these plugins, again, like I've never used them before. I don't know what these do. Leader, toggle auto pairs. Okay, mini surround. I've used surround inside of Vim before. Is this the same? Add a surround. GSA. So if I do GSA bracket. Nope. GSA. Normal and visual mode. Delete surrounding. Find right. GSF. Quote. Okay, yeah. GSA quote. Nope. Prime has a good video on NVim custom, and it's not even the NVim customization that I'm looking for, because this is LazyVim. I have a lot of that. That's actually no, I can't get to this terminal. I don't know how to get to this terminal, but this is. I have 500 lines of NVim configuration, which is mostly just me setting various configuration over the years for just standard Vim, and then it works in NeoVim. And one of the reasons I wanted to use LazyVim was I wanted to try something a little more modern. Left surrounding Neo tree. Here we go. This is, I'm assuming this is the thing they're using. Explorer tree. So if I do root E. Okay, but it doesn't open in a tab. How do I explore Neo tree? Current working directory. What is FE? Space FE. No. What's Git Explorer? Space G. I don't have any. Oh, I'm not in. I don't know how to open it in a tab though. What is this? What is this plugin? Highly experimental plugin. For messages command line. Oh, I bet this is the one someone was talking about earlier. Yeah, there's your command line stuff. I love that we're just using highly experimental. Like this is just like normal. Like yeah, it'd be fine. And pop menu. Okay. Install the plugin with your preferred package manager. Here's some LazyVim options. Only needed if you want the notification view. If not available, we use Mini as a fallback. Suggested setup. I love it when someone has. If you're getting started, try this. This is great. Require setup. Convert input markdown lines. You can enable preset for easier config. Preset bottom search. Use a classic bottom command line for search. Command palettes. Position the command line and pop-up menu together. Okay, and here's, oh man, this is just so much to take in. Like, I don't know. I don't know what most of this stuff does. Like, I don't even know what this plugin specifically is for. Oh, this is, no, wait. NeoTree. NeoVim plugin to manage. Yes. Do they tell me how to toggle it here? I haven't added AI Code Companion with Ollama. I added copilots, and that was like the first thing that I was trying to do. It'd be interesting, could LazyVim Ollama code. So this would let me do like Code Llama locally, right? Because that'd be interesting to see how that works. Interact with. Control P. So, let's see. Is Ollama running right now? Let's check. So I could try this. Why? Oh, that's why. When I locked my screen, it went to light mode. That's what that border was. Ha! Now I figured it out. Wait, go. What happened? There we go. I don't know if I still have Llama list. I don't know if I still have them installed. Okay, I do. I have Code Llama still installed. So let's see what that looks like. So I think at this point, all I need to do is copy this and make edit. Where would this be located? How do I wait space? How do I get the tree again? Explorer. I don't want to be in .files. No. Is it in config? Is that where I put it? NVim? Yeah. find a file. No, I want a new file, right? And then, oops. Let's see what this does. So Control P should get me, write this out to config nvim lua plugins olama. What do I need to call it? What is it called? Nvim lua.lua. Config changed, reloading. I think I still need to wait, if I do leader L install. Haha, look at that. It worked. I figured something out. It's just nice. Already up to date, installed. So, do I need to restart it? Restore session. Oh, that's nice. How does that work? I have to save a session first, probably. So if I look at lazy and then I do, oh, it's doing something. I don't know what loading workspace Luna LS. Okay, so if I do Control P, it didn't like that. Error loading NUI system prompts. How do I get out of the system prompt? Why is the system prompt just floating there now? Oh no. Quit. No, I'm in insert mode. Quit. Recent files. Let's go back into it. It's still loading something again. I can't see anything you're doing. Is the stream not working? Wait, did I freeze? No, this shows that it's going. Let me, how do I get to my own stream? It looks like I'm still streaming and I hear myself, so you're going to hear an echo in a second. All you see is that, oh wow, no, that definitely froze. Okay. Yeah. I'm moving, but the screen is not. When I locked my screen, I bet that freaked out. Wait, can I, how do I get OBS to redo this? Wait, let's see. Transition. One sec. The screen share is busted. Share. There we go. Here, it's coming back. There we go. Thanks for letting me know. Someone uses Astro NVim. I think I saw Astro NVim. I also saw like Orbit NVim. There's so many of them. Okay, so I'm back in the config and I believe it was Control P. That's what I get that error. So NUI NVim. And then it goes away and I don't know how to get back to it. But I get the system prompt, but it's not actually there. Like it's on my screen, it's drawing. Can I check? Where's the check? C, capital C. Update available. I literally just installed this 20 minutes ago. There's an update. So if I update, oh no, someone says they're homeless because they switched to LazyVim. I'm sorry to hear that. So something's happening here where Olama's up. This is not working. If I open, okay. Plugins, Olama. I don't know what Lua. Why is this loading workspace every time? I don't know what that means. Control P on this. Nope. Error executing. NUI NVim is not working. It goes away. How do I? Can I toggle my? Is it under Windows? No. Space. Buffer? I don't know where this would be. I can't read it fast enough, and I don't think I can hear it. Let's try it one more time. Let's quit. And if we open this, and then can I, wait, where's my screenshot? Take a screenshot. We're getting ready for this. All right. Oh, but I can't set a delay on that. I think I know what I can do. Let's cancel it. Control plea, screenshot, go. Yes, we got it. This is how we have to, let's get a new file from clipboard. There we go. There's our error message. Woohoo! Okay, so it's something with NUI NVim. So let's find that. This one. UI component library for NeoVim. Installs it. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not installed. Local share NVim lazy. Local share NVim lazy. NUI. It looks like it's there. But that's not. Let's see what issues they have. Let's see. Oh, llama. Nothing there. Nothing there. So I don't know how this is supposed to work. Dependencies, key map function require Olama. So this is just executing just raw Olama queries. But how does it, so it's not actually integrated, right? What's the Copilot's integration? I had to quit again to get rid of that. Options, no, it's lazy. There you go. How do I, what's the wrong way? There we go. So I don't know what the Copilot's plugin will do for me. No, using Vim script. Lua, thanks. So something, I mean, obviously this pop-up's not working well for me. How long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for an hour and a half trying to get this Vim setup working. With AstroVim, right? That's I think I saw this one. what is this split? Yeah, no, I saw this one because I was looking at NVChad, AstroVim. There was Space Vim based on like Space Max and LazyVim. And I could not figure out a default difference between AstroVim and LazyVim. Buffs get file. That's interesting. It puts them all in tabs there. Huh. Well, I made it this far. I'm going to have to go through these key maps and just try them as I go to figure out what's going on. And, oh, backspace? Isn't tree sitter the... Wait, what's the difference now? Okay, yeah, I need to Neo tree versus tree sitter. Tree sitter is the one that I was using. Right? Man, I see. I gotta look at this stuff and just read for a little while and try to do something and just go back and forth between the configuration, the documentation, and what I'm trying to do. So, so I didn't get as far as I would have hoped today. I don't have a fully working IDE setup. Something I'm gonna have to keep playing with. I'm gonna have to keep trying it and figure out what plugins I want, what config I need to bring over for keyboard shortcuts and just muscle memory to make sure that I can still be somewhat productive. We did commit a few lines of config, mostly old config. I need to move this config into my dot files so I can commit this as well and make sure I can use it on other machines. But overall, it's a good start. It's probably still better than what I had with a straight Vim configuration. And yeah, so thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you again later.